Hello guys, this is Oscam here with another video of why I stopped doing Uber. I'm an ex-Uber driver. I drove up until 2016, mid-2016. I started Uber in September 2015. I did around 6,000 trips over 11 months time or whatever that is. Let's get this camera right. Otherwise it's shaking a bit. Anyway, the main reason for me to stop doing Uber is that when I started, there was a very small amount of people who was doing Uber. And Uber in New South Wales or any other state in Australia wasn't legal. So if there was a taxi rank or anywhere, we would go and try to pick somebody up. We have to fight with the taxi drivers. They would be aggressive at us and all these kind of things. If New South Wales road authority would see you, they would fine you like thousands of dollars. They would take your cancel your registration and stuff like that. It was risky, but the money was good because there was very less people was doing it, and I was paying 20% from every trip. Taxes? No, I don't think so. I did not think I had to do, but I have paid taxes from that year. Before July 2015, whoever done, they didn't have to pay any tax or any GST or anything like that. Anyway, so from 2015, I was started in September, so I had to pay the GST and the taxes, of course. And I was one of the lucky ones because I was a older partner who started Uber within the year the Uber got to Australia, or a year and a half or something like that. So we were paying 20%. But in December 2015, the New South Wales government has declared that they will legislate Uber, and then Uber will be legal. So anybody can drive, whoever they want. So soon that happened. In January, I think that was in 2016, that everybody started joining Uber, everyone in Australia. So what happened, Uber started taking like a 25% from everybody who was gonna join from 2016 or 2016 January or something like that. But I was still paying 20%. So I was making more money than every other driver on the road and do same amount of trip. So it was still good early 2016. I was making around $3,200 a week. I'm a workaholic. I would do sometime probably 80 hours a week. Plus I was a chef as well. So after 5 or 6 hours sleep, I would be just doing Uber and working in the kitchen. And so I was making around 3,000 pretty much every week, 2,500 to 3,000, depending on how much I was working. So in one stage, when they have legislated, I calculated that, and it's more driver, less job. Sometime an hour I wouldn't get anything. And when I first started doing Uber, there was no problem. Job was not an issue. Anytime I would switch on, there is work. Anytime I would switch on, 10 hours, I would make like $350. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. When it came to Friday, I would make like $600-700 a day. Very, very easily, but you have to work like 12 hours a day, of course. And I was making money. I was just busy all day, non-stop. But soon as get to mid-2016, to make $300, I needed to work like 13-14 hours a day. And then I start calculating, hang on a second, it was good for last 10 months or whatever. Now, what is happening? Everywhere I look, there is a guy, he's picking up people. I thought, all right, everywhere I'm looking, there is somebody picking up. And then in Sydney, everywhere, every corner, there is like everybody is doing Uber. And then it's got legislated, so you have to pay 10% GST. You have to pay 20% to Uber if you are one of the lucky ones like who were joined before 2016. So if you're paying, let me put it this way. You work 4 hours and you made $100 doing Uber X, and then 20% Uber has taken, so you got $80, or you should be happy, right? No. you have to pay 10% of GST. No running away of your turnover. So the turnover here is actually $100. It's not $80. You will be paying GST on $100. That's what I only worked out when I paid the taxes. I thought I would be paying GST of 80, but it is from 80, but its turnover is like $100. But you can deduct that 20% that Uber will take, and then you pay GST out of 8% minus the costing, whatever GST you paid of all the costing. So if you're making $100 and Uber takes 20%, you got $80. Then you pay 10% GST. That's how much you got left. $72. From $72, you have your time that you have spent, all the hour you put on, all the energy. You bought the car. You got the car maintenance, car fuel. People hits you, insurance, and then you don't have a car for a week. Someone hits you. Your car is on the panel shop all the time. You are losing all these things when it comes together. It was good before, because if you're making $3,000 a week, it's all right. Then from $3,200 a week, it came down to $1,800 a week in July 2016. Then I just completely call it quit straight away. If you're making $1,600-1,700 a week and you're working 70 hours, 80 hours, that's not a good money. You can rather go and work for someone, and you make like a $900 working 40 hours, not doing 70 hours. And then you got to pay 10% GST. You have to pay whatever the money left over. You got to pay taxes from that, 30%. So, and that's 18%, first 18% you don't have to. And then more than 18%, then you will be paying like 30%. Then you go more than 35,000, you're paying 30%. It's a very complicated situation. So that is the main reason I actually have stopped doing Uber. And then I'm going to make another video about the Uber Eats, because I did a Uber Eats for a while. UberX, I did around 6,000 trips in 11 months. So as you can see, quite experienced I was with the UberX. And I did a Uber Eats as well for 14,000 trips on Uber Eats, just Uber Eats. And I'll make another video. If you are interested, you can always have a look at my other video, but I will make it when I have the time. At the moment, it's just a UberX. That is the reason why I stopped doing UberX. There is a lot of people, they're still joining. But you know, I used to know so many people who used to do UberX 3 years back. Where are they now? No one is doing Uber anymore. Why? If it is such a good thing and you can make money and all that, why people are not continuing for such a long time? Because it's not worth it. You don't know, because you don't pay the taxes for the first year. You have to wait a year or two. Even if you don't pay for the second year, they don't say anything. As soon as you get to the third year, they will be keep giving you letters. Hey, you got to pay your GST, you got to pay your taxes. You know, the Uber send us like a statement, that much money you made so much money. Why aren't you paying the GSTs? Or what is your taxes? You got to pay the taxes. After you pay all that, you actually paid your rent, board, that's it. Rent and food, you don't have any money left. And you have done favor. You have done favor for the community, like people who needed to go from A to Z. Or yeah, you can be a volunteer as well. You can do that too. You don't need to be an Uber to do that, yeah? Well, you did a favor for Uber, who hardly pays any taxes, 1%, and they don't even pay that one. And people like us paying like 30% and working 12, 13 hours a day. And the tax office is sitting there and just taking the money, and then they're wasting it somewhere else. They're doing, I don't want to, everybody knows what they do with the money, right? They waste the monies, right? And then me and you who work so hard for it, and then we get zero. We get like a banana or lemon or something like. Banana would have been good, but I mean, lemon, you get lemon. So that's the reason why I actually have stopped doing Uber. So you can say, hey mate, you don't know nothing, yeah? I say, I know, I did 6,000 trips in 11 months. Try to do that. Try to do that. You will find out what is called working, yeah? That's only about like 12 to 14 hours a day. You will be working for 7 days, and you figure that out, how hard that is. And then out of that, you're making 30% tax and 20% to Uber. Or you're actually taking 50%. And then you see, end of the day, after you pay your rent, car expenses, car payment, you end up with zero, you know? So that's why I stopped. I work for other people now, and I'm all good. So anyway, I'm gonna finish it here today. I don't want this video to be too long. And yeah, if you are interested in my other videos, I'm Oscam, and no one is perfect. You have to start somewhere. I would like to help people. Maybe one person will watch that video and it will help them, and they will judge me. I don't care of million views. I would like to share things that would help other people, and if I can help one people, I'll be happy. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, check out my other videos. I have some dashcam video footage. I have some video reviews, like review for like a dashcam and car crash and all these kind of things. If you are into that, yeah, thanks for watching again.